Hello everyone and welcome to today's video, which is a reading wrap up. I can't believe it's already the end of August. How are we nearly in spring? And in autumn for those in the Northern Hemisphere. But like, I feel like this year has gone really quickly. And I think I say that in every single reading wrap up video, but like, I'm shocked with how fast the year is going. But getting onto the actual video, I did read 4 books this month, so I do have lots to talk about today. And once again, all these books are romance books. I feel like I haven't picked up another genre in a long time, but I've been enjoying it. So the first book that I read in the month of August was one that I was finishing off from July, and that is The Bookbinder's Guide to Love. And unfortunately, I was a little disappointed with this book. I had such high hopes because it was marketed as like a small town enemies to lovers witchy romance. And I was like, well, this is perfect. This is everything that I want in a book. But then I think I just raised my expectations too high. And it wasn't what I was expecting it to be. The enemies to lovers bit did not last very long at all, which I was disappointed about because I love an enemies to lovers. And also the witchy aspects were not super there. It was like witchy undertones at most, because the main character, who I was assuming would be a witch, kept saying that she's not a witch throughout the thing, and I was like, well, are they witches or are they not? I don't know. But it was cute. It did have that small town setting, and she did own a bookshop, which I also really liked. But it was just not what I was expecting it to be. So I did give this a 2.5 stars. I was hoping for more. But overall, it wasn't a terrible book. I was just a little let down because I was expecting things that weren't actually in the book. So if you're going into this book knowing that it's not actually super witchy and the enemies to lovers is not really enemies to lovers, more like a misunderstanding to lovers, then I think you would like it. But I was just a little let down, unfortunately. And then the next book that I read was The True Love Experiment by Christina Lauren. Hello guys, hello. This is the 3rd 5 stars of the year. Crazy. I loved this book. It was so good. So good. And also, I did meet Christina Lauren in the month of August, and I did get my book signed. Look at that. Hello. I will put a picture here now because, like, look, I met Christina Lauren. They are just like the sweetest people on earth. Loved them so much. They were so nice. And my friend and I, we did go to a little Q&A and then the book signing, obviously. And thank you to Hachette. If anyone in Hachette is watching right now, thank you. I can't believe it. Like, Christina Lauren. I was so happy to be there. But yeah, there was a Q&A and they answered a whole bunch of questions about like their writing process, their favourite books, their favourite characters, and I was just having the best time. It was a great day. But going back to the book, I finished this book actually when I was on the way to that signing, and I was like tearing up with happy tears at the end of this book because it was such a good ending and I loved it so much. Like, here I was on the train reading my book with like glistening eyes. It was just so great, and I feel like I have not actually mentioned what it's about, so I will get into that now. This book is about Felicity. Her nickname is Fizzy, which is fun. She is an author, a romance author, and she becomes the star of this reality dating show. And whilst she's meant to be falling in love with all the contestants on the show, she kind of falls in love with the producer, who is Connor. And this book is actually the second in a series, which I did not realise before picking it up. But the first one is called The Soulmate Equation, which I had heard about, and I always got these two confused. Like The Soulmate Equation, The True Love Experiment. I thought, yeah, they've got similar titles, but it just didn't click in my head that they're actually a part of the same series, and that's why they have similar titles. But The Soulmate Equation, I almost said the wrong title. The Soulmate Equation, the first one, is about Fizzy's friend and like her relationship, and that is like this dating app where they test DNA to see compatibility. So I really need to read that because I like all the characters. Like the friend who is in that book I really liked also, so I do want to go back and read that. But then in the dating show, they use that DNA dating app technology in the show, so it links well but I haven't read that first one, so I definitely need to go back and read it. But this is just so good. I really liked Fizzy as a character, like so relatable, so funny, and I just loved it. Like, I don't know what you want me to say, it was a 5 stars. Oh, it was so good. Like, it literally felt like watching a rom-com movie, but in book form. And I know that's what a lot of romance books should feel like, but this actually had, like, if this was a movie, I'd be sitting there with my popcorn, I'd be eating it up. Like, I loved it. So if you have not read this one already, I definitely recommend, because as you know, I've been struggling to find 5-star reads this year, and this was easily a 5 stars for me, so loved it. And the next book is The Au Pair Affair. As you would have seen, I was so excited to receive this book in the mail. I could not wait to read it. And this is the second book. What is the series called? I actually don't know. I am going to look that up. But the first one in this series was Fangirl Down, which I read in February, I believe. Oh, this series is called Big Shots because it's about like pro sports people. Fangirl Down was about golf. This one is ice hockey. And of course the Au Pair Affair, we've got a nanny and a single dad. There you go. He plays hockey. So I don't know if you need to know much else. But I liked it, liked the setting. It was in Boston. Love Boston. But I was just a little let down. I really liked the characters. I can't even remember what I rated this. 3 stars. That's not a terrible rating whatsoever, but I was just expecting a little bit more than what I got. I did kind of like have higher expectations for this book because I did really like these characters when we met them in Fangirl Down, but I don't know. I keep having like such high expectations for things and then get a little disappointed, which is not to say this book was bad at all, because it definitely wasn't, but I was just expecting so much more. But I still liked the characters. Sometimes they were a little bit cringy, but you can move past it. I was gonna say I was excited to see the wedding of Wells and Josephine, who were the characters in Fangirl Down, but then I remembered we didn't actually see the wedding. We did actually see them get to go to the destination, which I think was Costa Rica. Like, that's where the wedding was going to be. We saw the rehearsal dinner, I think. Is that what it was? I don't know. They were doing wedding stuff for Wells and Josephine, which I was excited to see, but we didn't actually get to see the wedding. But anyway, this is going to have a third book, which I feel like I should mention, because if you read this book, obviously you know it's setting up for a third one. The characters you will meet in this book, I don't know if I should say them, it's not a spoiler. One of Tallulah's new friends, Chloe, and then one of the other guys on the hockey team, Sig, I believe they are going to be on the next book. Like, I feel like that's set up for that. I don't know if that's confirmed or if, I don't know, but I think that's what it's going to be. So I assume we're getting another ice hockey book in this series. I'm looking forward to it. I will read it. So there you go. I don't know which book I rated higher between this and Fangirl Down, because this was a 3 stars. What was Fangirl Down? Let me look. Fangirl Down was a 3.5, so it appears I liked that more, but I did think I was going to like this one more. But yeah, there you go. And the last book that I read this month was In the Weeds by B.K. Borison. This was so good. This was almost a 5 stars for me. I don't know why it wasn't, but it just didn't have the same oomph that this one had, right? So I gave it a 4.75. It's basically a 5 stars. I really enjoyed this book. This is the second one to Love Light Farms, and it does follow characters that we did meet in that book, because of course it's an interconnected standalone series. You can read them out of order if you want, but we have already met these characters previously. We have Evelyn and Beckett, and it was so good. It was so good. It was once again set on the Christmas tree farm, but I think we're in summer now, or spring, so it's not Christmassy vibes like the first one was, but it was just so good. I love a small town. I love that it's on a farm. I just loved everything about this book. Maybe I want to change my rating. Is this another 5 stars? I don't know. I finished it yesterday, and the more I think about it, I don't know. I actually really enjoyed it. I didn't write a review for it yet, so I have nothing to read off. Usually I like to read my review when I talk, because otherwise I'll ramble forever. But I didn't write a review yet. So you're going to get my ramble about In the Weeds. But this was just the cutest thing ever. Once again, as with Love Light Farms, I need a physical copy. I read this on my Kindle, so I don't have a physical copy, but now I want to go buy the whole series because I love them. Hello. I'm going to read Mixed Signals soon, which is the third one, and then of course Business Casual, which again you would have seen me talk about in my last video, not my last video, the video before that I think, because I was so excited about that one as well. So I'm really excited to continue this series because this was just so good. Our main characters, I've already said Evelyn and Beckett. Evelyn is like a social media influencer, but she's having like a tough time with her career choice. She doesn't know if that's really what she wants to do, especially with her new management team, so she goes and has a break and goes back to Inglewild, I think the town was called, which is where the Love Light farm is. And of course Beckett works at the farm, he lives at the farm, and he's a farm guy. And then we have that, and I love it. I love these characters so much, and I just cannot wait to read the rest of this series. I believe the third book is Layla, who also works at the farm. She owns a bakery, and I've forgotten the guy's name who is her love interest. Starts with a C, I remember that. Is it Craig? That's weird. Is it? What's his name? Craig. Is it? I don't know. Let me look. Caleb. His name is not Craig. I was like, that's a bit weird. Why is his name Craig? It's not, it's Caleb. Caleb and Layla is going to be in the third one. And then the fourth one, we have Nova? That's Beckett's sister, the one that does the tattoos, I think. I believe. And Charlie. And I think Charlie is that the one that's Stella's half-brother? Or is that the one who I thought was Craig, who I've already forgotten his name? Caleb. Which one's the half-brother? One of them's the half-brother of Stella. And then the other one, is the other one like a police officer? I don't even know, because they both have C names and now I'm confused. But the moral of the story is I'm excited to read the rest. So, there you go. Okay, but I'll wrap it up here, because of my ramble at the end there. That probably got a bit boring for you. But those were my books that I read in August. I would love to know what you've read this August. Did you find a new 5-star read like I did? Let me know in the comments. Also, I would like to know if you've read any of the books that I've read this month, and what did you rate them? What did you think? Let me know. But if you did enjoy this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe down below so you don't miss any new videos from me. I do try and post every week. I did miss last week because I am a bit busy with assignments at the moment, but I'll try my best. Maybe you should also hit the notification bell so you do get notified when I post, because maybe next week, may not be. We will see. But thanks again for watching, and what is that? Why is there a truck when I'm trying to end the video? Hello? Oh, it's the rubbish bins. That's okay, I'll allow it. But anyway, I'll wrap it up quickly. Thank you again for watching. I will see you next time. Goodbye.